Happy Thursday! I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio at the Morning Pulse here on this Thursday, August 28th, 2025. We begin today with news that we're continuing to track out of the Tri-Cities this morning as we're continuing to track the status of a missing plane out of Kearney. Social media reports of a missing aircraft in Buffalo County that have been confirmed by the Kearney Fire Department and the Kearney Police Department. Reports this morning indicate that the aircraft was missing. It was anticipated to land at Kearney Airport around 9 Central Wednesday evening. A private plane was reported to have a delayed landing. Multiple local and state agencies are reported to be involved in the search. The Kearney Fire Department has not yet confirmed more details until an official press release was issued earlier today. The latest, and we're continuing to track it, can be found on our website, knopnews2.com, along with being available as well on the free News 2 app. A new letter from Nebraska State Senator Megan Hunt includes 13 Nebraska State senators demanding Governor Jim Pillen host a public hearing to answer questions about the new ICE detention facility that will be taking over the work ethic camp in McCook. In a social media post, the 4-page document describes the confusion that state officials felt after the agreement was announced between the Homeland Security and NDCS. You can read more about the situation on our website and our app, again, as well. In other statewide news, next week a new law will take effect within Nebraska, increasing the fines for speeding across the state. For law enforcement agencies like the Nebraska State Patrol, the hope is to slow down drivers who have frequently reached more than 100 miles an hour so far this summer and in years past as well. NSP says since Memorial Day, troopers have stopped 245 drivers for going more than 100 miles an hour, including 118 in July alone. Under the new law, penalties for speeding are being raised exponentially. And the lower end of things, going 1 to 5 miles per hour over the speed limit, could cost you $50, while going more than 35 over the limit could result in a ticket worth $400. Again, those effects going into play next week across the state of Nebraska. Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen has ordered that all U.S. and state flags be flown at half-staff until sunset on the 31st of this month. This, of course, is directly in relation to the Minneapolis school shooting that occurred yesterday. And a quote, Governor Pillen saying, quote, "Susan and I are horrified by the news coming out of the Annunciation Catholic Church School in Minneapolis. We are absolutely heartbroken for the families in the community. We will continue to pray for the students, teachers, and others affected by this senseless act of violence," end quote. Again, all Nebraska and U.S. flags are to remain at half-mast until the 31st. Jared Crick was an All-American for the Nebraska football team and went on to play several seasons in the NFL, being drafted by the Houston Texans and even having some experience with the hometown favorite Denver Broncos. Jared Crick's experience on football at all levels is now giving a different perspective as he begins his coaching career this week with his alma mater, the Cozad Haymakers. Coach Crick leading the Haymakers through one of their final practices before his coaching debut. Jared Crick describes the desire to lead the program had been sparked at the school and around the community. Coach Crick accepted the job this past spring and went right to work. He says he's enjoying the journey and can't wait for Friday night's kickoff under the lights, but this time with a headset, not a helmet.
I think them just getting used to my coaching style. It's kind of old school where, you still get after them and you still coach all the things, but also with a little bit of sarcasm. You got to keep it light. Like, this game's stressful enough.
Coach Crick says he's quickly learned some of the biggest challenges about coaching have nothing to do with football. Instead, it's field prep, equipment, communication, and making sure the music playlist is ready before each and every practice. Of course, Crick's former team, the Nebraska football Huskers, big team in action tonight down in Kansas City. They'll be taking on Cincinnati down there. Of course, we have coverage over on ESPN beginning at 8 Central for kickoff. We'll have coverage, of course, leading up to that as well here at News 2, both on air and online. Temperatures hanging out, look at this, in the upper 70s for a trio of days. A little bit of fog in the area today. That's going to continue tomorrow as well. Temperatures then on Sunday dipping down just a little bit. Monday still looking to be somewhat favorable. Yesterday, that 7-day outlook had predicted we'd have some temperatures in the low 80s for Labor Day, but still upper 70s not too bad. And looks like Labor Day is going to be our best chance at getting some sunshine as well, potentially away for some storm activity. Temperatures still rising, it looks like, then on Tuesday into the mid-80s.